welcome back to Pocono. The action began shortly after 10 this morning, and a few moments later, Sterling Marlin shoves Wally Dallenbach up into the wall. That brought out the first caution. Then at lap 36, Michael Walsh of engine failure pulls off the racetrack to bring out another caution. Lap 131, Jimmy Spencer spins of his own doing and ends up just shy of the inside retaining wall. And that is the caution that we are now wrapping up, as a little Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan is here with us at Pocono International. A whole bunch of youngsters are here. Of course, it's great. No school this time of the year. Oh, whoa. And,
no.
All right. Do I get you back now, or do I wait for the rest of the season?
Oh, boy. Sometimes you pay the price, you know.
So at lap 136, they are getting set to go back to green. There you see how your favorites did on the pit stops. And Glenn, Johnny Benson still running in the top 5.
Yeah, he came out 5th. The crew did a great job getting him in and out. 4 tires of fuel in about 16 seconds flat. I tell you, these guys have done a tremendous job here all week. Johnny's been pretty fast since he unloaded. Good race car. He's run up in the top 10 all day. They're looking for a good finish. They think they may have something to get them a little further up in the top 5. They're not sure they got quite enough to win. Just to cap this off, I told you how good Earnhardt's stop was. 15.71 seconds on his.
So the green flag flies again here at Pocono. Lap 137 wraps up, and Bill Elliott's coming down pit road. Bill Elliott, an unscheduled visit to the McDonald's drive-thru at lap 137. Oh, a heartbreaker for Bill Elliott coming in for an unscheduled stop. See the car getting jacked up.
You would have to think maybe that he had a flat tire or one that had equalized and had a bad vibration in that car, because he went directly to the left side.
He'll become the last car on the lead lap. He'll drop to 26th spot. Routine once he got to pit road, the service was. He is already back onto the speedway. But Bill will stay on the lead lap. Remember, it takes you a minute to run a lap here at Pocono, so you don't lose a lap just by making an unscheduled stop.
We got a report that there was a tire rubbing, so they didn't want to take a chance. It was rubbing as he was going around, and apparently he had contact with another car out there, decided best get in, get a tire on there, and beat that fender out.
Check out the Napa Field standing update. You'll see where your favorite driver is running now after pit stops in the lake. And the folks at Napa remind you and invite you to stop by any Napa Auto Parts store in June for the chance to win a new car for life. 62 laps to go. Across the tunnel turn.
Matt Kenseth there in the 17 doing a good job today. He currently runs in about 6th or 7th spot.
Right, he's in 7th position right now. Very talented young driver.
Notice Mark Martin beginning to rumble pretty well too.
And there you see the speeds. Well, in excess of 190 miles an hour as we go by the Midas wall camera. Brought to you by the new Midas. You're a whole new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
This is going to be interesting. The 20 of Tony Stewart made a couple of corrections on his chassis on the pit stop before this last one, and the car seemed to be pretty good on long runs. Of course, the 2 car of Rusty Wallace has been a dominant car all day long. It's going to be interesting to see how they shake out now that they've adjusted and got all the cars pretty well right.
Dale Jarrett just dancing around in the rear view mirror there of Benson, and Kenseth goes inside of Mark Martin, the 17, that yellow and black car, to try and grab the spot away from Mark Martin, with whom we are riding now here on the main straightaway.
For those that don't know it, Mark Martin owns part of the 17 of Matt Kenseth.
Three wide on the Long Pond straightaway.
Well, I see 2 that won't give.
I see 3 that won't give, but Ward loses the exchange. Mayfield and Earnhardt, a good one over the tunnel turn.
Well, now
Earnhardt was
Earnhardt
smart.
He'll try to drive under him as they come off the corner. Couldn't get her done. Jeremy gets good forward bite off the corner.
Rusty Wallace still leading by 0.4 of a second. Riding with Ward Burton now. He's in third place. Last time by, but now drops to fifth place in the span of the 2.5 miles of that lap.
Yeah, and for people that were listening then, and you notice the motor never changed sounds, they don't use the clutch when they jerk them back into gear there. With these road racing transmissions, you just jerk it into gear. So the motor never changed sounds.
In the old days, I remember asking Kenny Schrader, I said, how you doing with shifting? This is at Daytona when he ran the road course during the Rolex 24. He said, what I've learned is never to key my radio while I'm shifting. He said, nobody should hear what I'm doing to the gearbox. But these road racing transmissions have really made road racers and another group of guys who never gave themselves that much credit. That is for third.
Wow.
Earnhardt blowing right by Jeremy Mayfield.
Yeah, and he was very close to making a little contact as they were coming off turn 3 there, but he made the move very cleanly. Ward Burton now moves right in on the back bumper of Jeremy Mayfield.
So we've got a Ford leading a Pontiac, leading a Chevrolet in the top 3, and that's pretty much usual here at Pocono, because Chevy, Ford, and Pontiac have each enjoyed wins here in the last 5 years.
And if you want to know where the war is at, just watch this.
Like a restrictor plate race at Talladega.
Yeah, there's not enough room for all this going through that tunnel turn. Well, that's why they make the big bucks.
They're smart. You gotta think. I remember Darrell Waltrip told me years ago, and maybe folks' opinions have changed some, but Darrell said that turn 2 is the single toughest turn in all of NASCAR racing. And I asked him, even tougher than some of the Darlington turns and so on. He said, yep. And you can get in more trouble more easily at number 2 at Pocono than anywhere else. Look at that main straightaway going to turn 1.
Yeah, when you start talking about a preferred line, that's where you get through the best right now, because they're using the whole racetrack to race on right now.
There is the leader, Rusty Wallace. Took over most recently at lap 116. We're now at lap 143. Back after this.